Hi friends, welcome to your day 2 of 7 days of daily movement challenge. Today will be all about your hips. So we'll work on hip mobility, some leg strengthening exercises, and some flexibility. Before we get started, let's again close our eyes and set the intention for this practice and the rest of the challenge. Place your left hand on your heart and the right hand on your belly and just take a deep inhale, thanking yourself for getting on your mat today. You know that the hardest part is over, you're here. And exhale, sigh it out. All right, we will start in the tabletop pose, just warming up into the hip joints. So few cat-cows to wake up your spine. I don't know if this is the first movement you're doing today or you've already did some exercising, but it's always good to start with a nice gentle warm-up. So press through your hands, grip your mat, tuck your toes under, and lift your right knee off the floor to your right, kind of to 90 degrees, but whatever is more comfortable for you without having to sink to the left. So the height really doesn't matter as long as you feel the sensation. If this is too much on your knees, you can just roll your mat like this and prop your knees, maybe even a couple of times. So let's go. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hold it at the top and extend your right leg 2 straight for as straight as it can go. If it's like this, it's fine. We'll just do for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your straight leg to the side, stabilize, and just a few repetitions of lifts. Again, it doesn't have to be a very high movement, but for as long as it feels comfortable. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to tabletop. We are repeating this on the other side. So let me actually switch. Okay, for 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep your leg up and straighten your leg as much as you can. Doesn't have to be very straight. For 5, 4, point your toe or flex your foot. 3, 2, and 1. Bring your straight leg to the side. Place your foot down and lift it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it back. Let's rest in child's pose, but bring your knees to the sides of the mat. Heels together, toes together, and rest your forehead down the mat. Take a couple of inhales and exhales. Inhale to look forward, roll back onto your tabletop. Tuck your toes under, bring your knees together, and slowly roll up and back into downward facing dog. Stretch into your feet, walk your dog. So inhale to lift your right leg up, bend your knee, open the hip, and we'll do hip circles for to the counterclockwise and clockwise. Just for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch direction. 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend your your right leg straight, and exhale, bring your knee to your right tricep and place your right foot down, left knee down. Work this knee, breathing in and out, just massaging into your hip joint. And just holding this, feeling the stretch in your right hip and in your left hip flexor. Inhale to get back on your tabletop. Roll your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Inhale to lift your left leg up. Bend your knee, open the hip, and 5 circles with your knee. One side. Try to squeeze your left heel to your left glute and switch direction. Inhale, reach your leg, straight leg up, and exhale, left knee to left tricep, and place your left foot down, right knee down. Walk your right knee back, and using your left hand and push your left knee in and out. Just feeling the stretch in your left hip joint. And bringing yourself back to seated. We'll do the exercise that's called 1990. So starting seated, your feet are in front of you, knees bent, and sit nice and tall. Bring your hands, clasped hands together in front of you. I find that this is helping me a lot. And inhale and exhale, slowly roll both knees to the right. Switching sides. So you'll notice that you're kind of coming off the floor with the other side. It's totally fine. And you're gonna be moving in this one, which again is absolutely normal. Just remember to breathe, flex your feet. You're coming. I'm actually rolling off my mat. It's totally fine. So wherever you are, whenever your left leg is forward, just gonna scoop back to my mat. Keep your left shin forward, and your left knee may be off the floor. It's fine. And now here, lean so that to bring your left knee as close to the floor as possible, and your heel may come a little bit closer to your pelvis. And lean to your fingertips and slowly try to bring your right knee and right shin, right foot off the mat for this is working your outer hip. So let's do this for 5. Very slow movement. Flex your right foot. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now can you keep it up and straighten your leg and release other side. So turning to the right. Lean forward using your fingertips and lift your back leg off the mat for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep it up and extend your leg to straight and release. Shake your legs. Bring your feet closer, but keep them in a diamond shape. So they're not very much close to you, they're kind of remaining farther. And grab your feet and sit as straight as possible. Inhale. And on an exhale, slight lean forward while maintaining your back as straight as possible. So you don't want to go way too far around in your back, just a slight movement forward. Let's go. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Stay here. Now round your back. Bring your head as close to your feet as possible. And if your head is way too far, you know, it's totally fine. My head is way far. Now inhale, roll yourself up to seated and bring your feet closer. So you're in this butterfly position. Hold your feet. Now open them up like a book, really flexing your feet. From here, just light movements with your knees. Sitting as straight as possible, think chest forward. And if this is too uncomfortable, you can sit elevated. Grab a block and sit on the block, but we'll just go for a few seconds here. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Sit in a comfortable seated position. So working your hip mobility is very important to increase your range of motion in your squats, in your flexibility poses such as splits. It's really important to work into those hip joints and improve hip mobility. I always feel better when I do these exercises because when you sit a lot, your hips get really tight and we hold a lot of tension in our hips. Thank you for getting on your mat today, and I'll see you again tomorrow.